What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining us this evening. We're so glad you're happy to be here for another night of hot topics and social commentary. For a couple of things I want you guys to do before we get started. Be sure to press the big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to mash that thing. So like Ricky Smiley said on 25 words or less, go ahead and mash it. Don't mash the gas, mash the subscribe button. That's what you should be mashing, okay? Mash the gas too if you're out on that road, because there's some crazy people out here that might get mad at you for not, especially on the interstate. If you're getting on the interstate, don't be scared. Just get into the slow lane and you will be okay. No one's trying to hit you intentionally. Anyways, go ahead and press that thumbs up button. Let us know you're liking the content that I'm putting out here. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the topics we are discussing on tonight. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody in your life know that JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. I got my main sister. My main sister. I do have other sisters, but my main sister, my main sister, Genesita, in the building. What's going on, Jennifer?
I am I'm doing all right. I am very proud of myself for taking a 20-minute nap before I got in here. I'm feeling all right. Is it cold where you are? Because Jonathan, it is cold.
I was starting to feel the chill. I went out with mommy yesterday, and I was just going to take my hoodie, but something told me, I believe it was the Holy Spirit, y'all, that told me, go ahead and get out your leather jacket that you ain't worn all year. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? If it gets hot, I could just take it off. Child, we went to this kind of I don't know what to call it. An outside type of vendor situation where there were different people with their different plots. Our neighbor was out there, she was selling her jewelry, and my mama only wanted to go out there for a cinnamon bun with nuts in it. And so while we were out there, the wind was blowing. It was quite brisk outside. It was a little nippy out there. So yes, it is getting chilly out here, especially at nighttime.
And I will say, I'll say finally, because we in the dead of November and it's just actually getting cold. 2 weeks ago, I was over there sweltering in my vehicle, having to turn on the air and only hoping for a day or two that had a little, at least a little breeze or something. Like, come on.
And what brings me back to like the start of winter, I always think about the fair, because when the fair comes around, that's when it typically starts to get a little chilly. But this year, we didn't need no hoodie, we didn't need no extra clothes. It felt wonderful during the fair.
I had my little jacket for nothing.
Yes, I literally tied my hoodie around my waist because it was getting too hot. And so global warming is a thing, y'all. If you don't want to believe it, so be it. But this weather is telling us something, honey. Jennifer, let's get to some comments before we get started with these hot topics, honey.
Sure, Dustin's here.
Hey, Dustin.
Hi, Dustin. I am not going to yawn in y'all ear. Hold, please.
And Robin is in the building as well. What's going on, Ace Boone Coon, Auntie Robin? Hey.
Yes, she says, hi, y'all. I'm around and about. Dinner was horrible. So I ordered from Uber. Got to go downstairs that it is set to arrive around 8:15. I will be listening to you on my phone, and I'll be back at the desktop. We'll be awaiting your
return.
Your return. Thank you so much. And Robin says, I expect everyone to check in as I am keeping attendance.
Okay. Yes.
Miss Kim is here. She says, hey, J&J.
Good evening, Miss Kim. So wonderful that you are here. It's so wonderful that you're here. We're so glad to have you here, Miss Kim.
Peace and blessings unto you. And she also says hello to Dustin and Robin. Miss Kim says the chill is arriving in the Midwest. Illinois punch global warming. Illinois punch global warming in the family jewels.
Okay.
Oh, Miss Kim, you have such a way with words. And T.D. McCullough's here. He says hello. He was like literally standing like right there and right there.
Yeah, I saw him when he turned on the camera.
Yeah.
Should I have not said that? That's a little backstage, backstage secret.
Yeah. He was putting things together. Can I spill just to? No, I can't. Dak nabbit. Jennifer, shut up. Shut.
Okay, we don't want all your business in the street, honey.
Shut up, Jennifer.
Not all of it.
But Tyrone said, "No, not the family jewels." And Dustin said, "So cold where I'm at today." Yeah, I had to turn up the heat. I was because I get concerned about being hot, Jonathan. I'm not cool with that. I don't like
Okay.
being hot. Jennifer don't like that. But one thing I really don't. Okay, I can be cold. I'm not going to explain all that. We could talk about that on Saturday or something like that. Something is wet on me. And Miss Kim says Jonathan is breaking the fourth wall.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So y'all, I did not want to discuss any politics tonight. I feel like we've been, kind of oversaturated with politics for the last couple of weeks. So I didn't want to talk about, because the Department of Justice nominee, like it's got me going.
See, you already talking about it.
Anyways, we're not going to touch on that. The first topic that I have here is pertaining to the Housewives of Potomac. TJ, Miss Stacy's best friend, appeared on Watch What Happens Live this week. And some folks are commenting on his attire. My favorite, one of my favorite YouTubers, Alexander Rogers, called it a blouse. It was, nice and open and, kind of sheer, see-through, and, like something tells me that this man is trolling us. Something tells me that he knows exactly what he's giving, and he just wants the girls to talk. Like he just wants us to talk, honey, and it's working. Okay.
Yo, I find that very funny. And it's like I just keep on thinking about. I don't know if you remember the Dave Chappelle show when Charlie Murphy, God rest the dead, told the story about Prince.
Yes.
Lord Jesus help us.
Yes.
And he said, "Y'all know what section they get." He said, "Y'all know what section he got that shirt from? That was a blouse."
Okay, the shirts versus the blouses, honey. Okay, for that basketball game. Yes.
Oh, Robin said she's here.
All right, Robin. So glad you're here, boo. Yeah, I just something tells me that he's just trolling us, and like he knows who the Bravo audience is, so he knows that we're going to pick up on those types of things, and he's doing what he's doing, and I cannot be mad at it. He's an actor, so he's been in a couple of things. He's been on ER, he's been on Grey's Anatomy, I believe. He's been on a couple of Black movies. So he's been out here. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what he's doing, and I'm not mad at it. Do your thing, TJ.
I also feel as if there wasn't any of those questions up in the air at all, he wouldn't have been on Watch What Happens Live.
Of course not. No, not at all. Not whatsoever. And you ain't gonna catch Andy's eye for nothing. Okay.
Okay.
We all know who Andy's favorite is, though. Okay, Apollo. Okay, that's Andy's favorite. Whose favorite is he not? Honey. Okay. Anyways, right along the lines of Real Housewives, former Real Housewife of Atlanta star Kenya Moore. I'm not sure if she's going to be one in the future, but as of now, she's not completely on the current season. She starts out, but then she stops filming. So she appeared on the Tamron Hall show, and she took accountability for her actions against this new housewife and what she did. And she also said that she is still employed by Bravo. So I'm assuming that maybe her contract has not been nullified, that, maybe on paper, she is still an employee of Bravo, but she just won't be on the entire season of Housewives of Atlanta that is to come. To be honest, I'm still not looking forward to the new season of Housewives of Atlanta. I'll probably still review it. However, the girls on there really don't give me much. I don't care for Portia. I really don't care for Drew that much. I do like Ralph because he's nice to look at. I don't like Phaedra, honey. Did I already mention I don't like Portia? So it's like, well, why there's no really not much incentive for me to watch the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I hope that Kenya does return. And I only say that because she would be the only reason why I would watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know a lot of people don't really care for Kenya. People think that she does too much. People think that she's evil. They think that she goes, puts 20 on 10 at all times. But for me, Kenya is the most entertaining out of all the girls. And if I was to put together, my own cast, Kenya would definitely be one of the girls. But I'm glad that she's on Tamron Hall, giving us her piece. For some reason, I feel like she's done this already, but I think she was on the Tamron Hall show before she was taken off of the season, and now she's come back to take accountability. She did bring up her daughter and started crying, and I was like, okay, yeah. Jennifer, what did you think of this appearance?
I really just believe that it's mostly about her making sure that, no, doing her due diligence in keeping her job. Because something tells me
Yes,
that is
absolutely.
not a check we do not want to lose. And yes,
We don't want to miss it.
she did take things a step too far. So she apologized, and to be honest, she can continue. I'm sure if I was her, I'd be apologizing till I get that get my first email on when to show up to
Get that
set.
peach back.
No, till I
Okay.
get that email saying show up on this day. Oh, okay, I'm good. And then I'll apologize in person to that young lady again. Because I believe
Right,
that
exactly.
she did it, but she was doing it, just to be a mean girl, but I don't think she was considering the consequences of that act.
Repercussions.
Let's see. Miss Kim says, I'm so
Yeah.
checked out of politics. The peach could have added a car full of clowns. Oh, she meant Trump. Could have added a car full of clowns to his administrations, and I wouldn't know a thing. It's okay, sis.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Right now, for that to keep our sanity, Delulu is the Salulu. Okay,
Right.
That's what we're gonna do. Miss Ken says if they don't bring Nene back, I can't stand. I can't stand Portia or Phaedra. I like Kenya, and you know what? I can tolerate Portia. I can tolerate Portia. Phaedra is just a solid no for me. It's because you can you can absolutely see through the things that she be doing. You can
Everything.
see through all of that. It's like, I don't like it. Just like we saw with the Married to Medicine, you knew exactly what was going on, and then randomly say, I do Reiki so that's the kind of healing that I do.
Really, girl?
Finding a way to get there. Now, I'm doing the Reiki and I'm getting through my classes and everything, but like, I can't see her truly taking any of that seriously.
No, not at all.
But yeah, God bless them all.
Absolutely. Jennifer, let me know if there's a delay, because for some reason it feels like there's a delay, but doesn't seem like it's too bad. Are you okay on your side?
There was a delay for a couple of seconds, but it's not anymore.
Okay, cool beans. All right, so some news that came out that I didn't know about, because I'm not my ears are not to the music streets like it should be. But SZA says that she regrets getting her BBL. She says that
Oh really?
it was just stupid, but she does like her butt, and so here's my thing. Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
What was that again? She say I regret getting my BBL, but I like my butt.
No. She said it was just so stupid, but she does like her butt.
Go ahead and say what you're gonna say, so I can say what I'm gonna say.
Sure. Here's my thing. I really understand why the girls want to get the BBLs. Like, I really do get it, because You know, that has been fantasized about by all of these men for so many years. You know, starting with the, you know, this for the 99 and the taking over for the 99 and the 2000. You know what I'm saying? When the rum shaking, you said, here's that. It's so funny that I watch a lot of Project Runway, and Michael Kors would always say, like, no woman on earth would ever want to, you know, look like she has a big butt. So why would you do something to accentuate the butt? It's like, Michael, do you don't know us, honey? We might be your biggest customers, but I don't think you know us, honey.
It's not even about not knowing us, it's about knowing women.
Right, exactly. But so here's my thing. I understand why the women and some of the men out here, because there was a drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race, Morphine Love Dion, who, you know, flaunted her BBL. But you know, I get why people out here want to do it, but understand the risk that go along with having these elective surgeries. Understand the risk that you take. Consider where you're getting it done. You know, there are a lot of girls that are going, you know, out of the country to get theirs done for a cheaper price. And, you know, you have to put more thought behind these decisions that you are making that could affect the rest of your life. Not saying that SZA is in any danger as far as her health is concerned. That's just my point of view concerning that. But, you know, if you want to do it, you know, be my guest, you know what I'm saying? But just understand what comes with it. Because I actually used to say when I was younger that I wanted to have a bigger butt as well. When I noticed that men were noticing me, I always used to think that my butt was flat. But you know what I'm saying? I'm good with what I got, you know, because I still get the attention that I do want. But anyways, Jennifer, what were your thoughts on this particular story?
This, my dear, is why we don't usually listen to what she has to say, because she talks in circles slash tells stories, lies, and stories of grandeur. Girl, it's not like she's just saying things just to be saying it. It's like, I don't like that I got this procedure, but I like what happened as a result of it. What
Right.
kind of foolishness is that? She should have just said, I don't like surgery. I don't like anesthesia. She could have said that. That would make more sense. But yeah, I don't take anything that young lady says to heart. God bless her though. Uh, Miss Kim says, wait, hold on. Miss Kim says, you can do 15-minute sets on the Stairmaster and you'll get a natural BBL. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She also says, you have to get the BBL to match your figure and size. Many women don't do that. And not only that, many women don't do the exercise and upkeep to their bodies,
Right.
because having that BBL can really be a great jump start to what you can absolutely achieve. Because I've seen one transformation where this girl, the thigh to butt ratio was absolutely atrocious. Off,
Okay.
off, off, off. The waist wasn't doing nothing or anything, but she really got into the gym and things really came to form.
Yes.
And it's possible, but you have to do the work. And a lot of people are not here to do the work, thinking that the surgery is just going to be the one-stop shop.
Okay. And why don't more girls just take the drag queen route and do some padding? But I guess you're worried about, you know, what happens when you take off your clothes. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah, because when you know what, I'm not even gonna go there. Yes,
All right, y'all. So People Magazine, they have named their sexiest man alive. Does anyone know who it was? Jennifer, do you know who it was? I'm guessing maybe not. I don't know.
I
I
do.
won't tell you. I won't tell you.
I know.
It is John Krasinski. If that name does not sound familiar to you, he played Jim on The Office. He's had a little bit, I guess, of a glow up, if you want to say that. When I saw his picture on People Magazine, I was like, oh okay, I guess. You know, I mean, you know, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm not saying that he's not
Oh,
an
he ain't
attractive
ugly. That's
man.
one thing he ain't,
Because
is
he's
ugly.
no, he's not ugly. The beard is working for him. He looks a lot more mature with that beard. I think it
Mhm.
looks great on him. So congratulations to John Krasinski for
I
being
really feel they
named.
just randomly choose somebody.
Right.
It just feels
It's
so random.
and back in the 90s, it used to always be either Brad Pitt or George Clooney or Denzel Washington. Like those three kind of
Mhm.
rotated on People Magazine Sexiest Man Alive list for a long time. So I think it's been a while. It might have been a while since the last time they've had a black man be the sexiest man alive. But anyways, so shout out to John Krasinski for being named the sexiest man alive. So uh, Jaleel White, who was best known for playing Steve Urkel on The Family Matters, he came forward and said that the producers of Fuller House, which was the reboot of Full House, came to him, and I can only assume that they approached the other cast members of Family Matters as well to do a reboot of Family Matters. But Jaleel turned it down because he said, "I didn't feel it was right. It didn't make any sense to me," and he gave a counter as to what it could be. He said that he thought that a narrative of the way that they brought this show together and had him as a cast member who wasn't supposed to be there for the entire time, and the way that it kind of, exploded and lasted for 9 years. And it sounds like he wants a storyline to revolve around him. And, that's what I'm getting from that. Now, would I have enjoyed a Family Matters reboot? I don't know. I can't say that it would be a yes or a no because of the cast. It's like, we're used to them seeing them as young folk, and to see them as older people, I don't know if it would still I don't know if it would still come across the same way to me. It would feel like they're trying to. I don't know if they will be trying too hard. Whatever the case may be, I don't know if I would necessarily enjoy a Family Matters reboot with the same cast. Now, if you want to recast the show and maybe have something similar to what you had before, I might be interested in that. But to see the same cast, I don't know if I would necessarily be interested in it. But for Jaleel White to say that, a storyline revolving around the way that the actual show itself was set up, like behind the scenes, it sounds like he wants some type of documentary or some type of docu-series or something about this. But that kind of confused me. Jennifer, did you hear this interview? And what did you think of what he said?
I get it not being right, because to be honest, I don't understand what it would look like, because in the very end of Family Matters, Laura. Steve and Laura got married, and that was pretty much the finale or whatever. And then there was another mother. It's like, would they bring the original or the second mother that came around? So when I think about it, I really don't know what that would look like. That's all I kept on thinking. It's like, so it wouldn't be Stephen Urkel as the, but what would he be doing? Would he be trying to do stuff? He would have been, graduated from all the schools and stuff like that by now. So it's like, what is his job? Like, who is, they really would have to flesh out exactly what the story was from the day he came back from space and got married to Laura. And to be honest, I think it would have been a cute check for everybody, but I don't even know if everybody's still acting. I know Eddie's still, I'm pretty sure he would have been on board. I don't even know if Kelly's doing it, because she out there living her real life. Now, I mean,
okay, yeah.
So who knows if she would have been down for it, and for her not to be there would have been a travesty.
A travesty, like any of the main cast, like, because shout out to the new Harriet that came along in the last season. If Jill Marie, whatever her name is, Jill Marie,
I think that's her name.
Jill Marie something else. I think it starts with a P, her last name. If she ain't on there, then I don't want to watch it. I really do not, because the chemistry between Reginald and what did I just call her? Jill was amazing. Like they reminded me of my parents, to be honest. Like they really remind you of a real African American family. So yeah, that's that. But again, I get why. I'm glad that they didn't do it. I'm really glad, because I don't know if I feel like it would have been a fail.
Yeah, I don't know what would have been. And it's like, still Jaleel, though I love him dearly, it sounds like he has the big head. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't really see him with the 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 meet and greets and all that stuff, like when all the rest of the cast is there with Jill and everybody else and their mama is there, he's never there with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
no. So they can leave that alone, put it on the shelf and leave it there, let it get dusty. Miss Kim says, every time I hear BBL, I start singing BBL Drizzy. Yeah, yeah. Robin says, I'm back. For real, for real. Thank you.
Yes.
Miss Kim says, he's a cute white guy. More guy next door cute than sexy, in my opinion. Agreed.
Very much so. I would agree with that, Miss Kim.
Agreed. Robin says, I'm going to have to see this from the beginning. See, see what had happened was that I bundle ordered on the Uber. They texted me that half was canceled. Oh Lord. So I was just picking up the food. Dag nabbit. Miss Kim says, Urkel at 40? No thanks. To be honest, once again, if they were really able to flesh out who he was in between the time he got married in his 20s to Laura to now, really had a story and progression, I think things could have made sense, and maybe he could be like a professor somewhere,
Right.
just something. And him maybe trying to get a Pulitzer or something. Is that a Pulitzer? Or
That sounds right.
some kind of award, maybe him trying to get back up into space again. Who knows? But it could be something. But with that, they tied that bow a little bit too tight when Family Matters was over with in the beginning.
Mhm.
Robert says, after I got upstairs, they told me the second half was on its way. I was so pleased that the delivery man was discreet because I'm stashing for movie watching and libations on the low this weekend. All right, now don't do too
Yes.
much now.
Come on, libations. Come on, libations. Okay.
All right, we say hello to everybody. Robin says, "What's going on, Dustin?" Yes. And Robin also says, "Who do you all think is the sexiest man alive?" The first thing that came to mind was Jesus. I don't have really, I don't know. Well, there's that dude that's on that Netflix thing. He's
Mhm.
African. Well, he ain't not African American. I think he's African British. The one with them beautiful eyes. You know who I'm talking about,
I
John.
know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you are talking about, girl.
He's top tier. He's up there. Somebody got to acknowledge that.
There, there's a model in the pit crew on RuPaul's Drag Race. His name is Bruno. He's I don't know if he's Spaniard or something like that, but he has really beautiful big eyes, and a beautiful body, and he's just gorgeous to me. Like he's absolutely gorgeous to me.
It's
But
guess that's another problem with, beauty is certainly in the eye of the beholder.
it
That's why it's so difficult for them to really put out something the sexiest man. It's like, no, you need the sexiest men in these categories. Like
okay, because it's a nigga down my block. Okay, that could be the sexiest man alive, honey. Okay, y'all ain't saying something. Y'all know.
and so yeah, it's difficult. Miss Kim says, Maxwell Aldous Hodge. Did I say that name right?
Aldous
Um,
Hodge, yes. He's an actor.
Okay. Okay. Miss Kim, sorry, Morris Chestnut. I think they've already had Morris Chestnut as one of them sexiest men. I think
Not for people, maybe for another list, but if Morris Ness
more than likely for
Chestnut,
Essence
yes, I'm sure.
and
Or
Adam
Ebony or
Rodriguez.
Jet. There's no shade to Morris Chestnut, but I'm just saying, People Magazine is not going to put that black
They
man,
don't
that
know
beautiful
a
black man,
beautiful black man.
on that cover for most sexiest man alive. That is,
They,
y'all know that ain't gonna happen.
but they did do Denzel for sure. That's one that you can't deny. And they did do Idris Elba for sure.
Yes, yes, they did. The thing about Denzel to me, I've just never actually been attracted to him. I
Mhm.
see why
You
women would be
see it, right?
attracted to him. I do see it. It's just he's just not my particular cup of tea, not my
Yeah,
particular cup of bubble tea.
but and that's just another reason why you gotta just recognize as he's attractive, and a lot of people I've seen a lot of people say, okay, now I get it after they see some of his earlier movies.
Right.
Shoot, especially like I know Training Day is not one of his earlier movies, but dag nabbit.
He was if you haven't seen Training Day, like that's when I saw why people saw the sexy in Denzel.
Hey!
Like I see it now. I see what
Understood.
you see. We see each other. Yes, we
Okay.
do.
And even his son that's out there acting gorgeous. Know what I mean?
Yes,
He
yes.
mhm.
And I also have to put out there Julius Peppers. I'd been in love with that man since my sophomore year in high school. He used to play for the Carolina Panthers. I'm sure he's retired by now. Anybody want to Google him? That's the first man that I ever remember saying, like, I want my husband to look like that man right there. Julius Peppers, number 90 for the Carolina Panthers. He played for Chicago Bears as well, though.
Oh, and the Bears as well. Robin
Ah,
says
Bears.
Bears, Bears, Bears. Um, we are in a perpetual state of reinventing the wheel. The only difference with these reboots is that they don't go through the motions of acting as if they have a new idea. Well,
Mm.
yeah. And she also says, and what about the little girl that disappeared, never to be seen again? Well, we dealt with that disappearance long before Family Matters was done. Okay,
Wasn't her
look, it
name
was
Judy or something?
Judy. Yes,
Yeah.
everything was better with just 3 kids. I mean, just 2 kids. Having 3 kids was a bit much. She just gonna go upstairs and we make just she in the attic. There you go. That's the answer. She in the attic. Um,
Right.
Miss Kim said Denzel in his prime. Lord Jesus. Yes. Mm. Yes, sir.
Right.
Robert says, don't hate on Janelle. If he doesn't want to do it, he is not obligated to do it. He owes no one anything. We get it. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I can agree with that. I
I'm
can.
just
Yeah,
saying
and
it just don't sound you can say no and you if it's the right thing or but it sounded like he wanted to send it around him.
exactly. And
Like
that's
he
why I'm
would
like,
do it if it was centered around him.
exactly. Like Jaleel, like I see why you almost got in a fight with Harriet. Okay, I see why. Even though, like I saw him on Tyler Henry when he got his reading, and Michelle Thomas came through, and I thought that was
Mhm.
beautiful. But Jaleel, like you, okay, I want better for you, sir. I want better for you,
And
but
just imagine him, in his younger space. I bet you he was even, it was
worse.
okay. It was worse.
Yeah.
Miss Kim also says Denzel in Mississippi, Maslow. What's that? Mo Better Blues and Much Ado About Nothing. Much Ado About Nothing was oh, I've never even seen that all the way, but I've seen him in it.
Yeah, I've never heard of Much to Do About Nothing. Is that like an older movie? That must be an older movie.
Yeah, it's Shakespeare. Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh, okay, okay. And speaking of Denzel, Denzel was out promoting for the movie Gladiator 2.
Ooh,
Uh,
child.
yes. And he actually said during one of his interviews that he will be in an upcoming Black Panther movie. He will also be in another Ryan Coogler production. And then he also mentioned his retirement coming up. So he is talking retirement. I'm so glad that he's got it. Of course, Denzel Washington will have a plan in place. But it'll be interesting to see Denzel in a Black Panther role. And I can only assume that he's going to be somewhat of a villain. I can only see him as a villain on Black Panther.
Who
For some
knows?
reason.
But one thing I do love about it is just the fact that he said he came up to Ryan Coogler. I'm sure he was like, "Hey, young blood,
Okay, exactly.
don't get me in one of them
Uh,
get me in one of them the movies you're doing with the superheroes."
yes.
And you know what? I'm sure that Ryan was like, "Yes,
Okay.
I'm
Why
gonna
would you
figure it
say
out.
no?
Let me write you in, okay? I'm
Okay,
gonna
write a
find something
character specifically for you,
specifically, okay?
Mr. Oscar winner. Okay.
Okay, there's gonna be a full character development. You ain't just gonna be no fly by night. You gonna be up in this movie, okay?
Okay. Okay, on the poster, honey.
Okay,
On the
you be right
poster.
here.
Starring. Okay, not also starring.
Okay,
Starring.
starring Denzel
Okay.
Washington. Oh, I'm already. Let, I've already seen so many TikToks, Jonathan. People just jumping around saying, "Oh, I'm already buying my ticket. When can I get my ticket? You
Okay.
ain't even wrote the man in yet. Give me the ticket, though, okay? And give me about 5 of them. I'ma see it that many times in the movie, okay?
Okay. Child.
Every single time.
Anyways, so Grammy nominations have been revealed. Again, I'm not really in the music sphere of things, but Beyonce has 11 nominations, which makes her the most nominated artist in Grammy history with 99 nominations altogether. She has been nominated for best album of the year. Which for Country Carter, I don't know if she's going to win. She's never won album of the year. That's been
That's why I refuse to get my hopes up. Because she
right,
should have won
exactly.
for almost every single one, especially Lemonade. She should.
And Adele told us that she should have won for Lemonade while she was accepting her award for 25, honey. Okay. But anyways,
Way.
but yeah, she's also been nominated for Best Country Album, and some other nominations sprinkled in there. Not all country though, not all country categories. There was a rap song duo nomination with Post Malone. She's got a nomination with Miley Cyrus. And so she's got those nominations out there. Again, I don't know how Beyonce feels about the fact that she hasn't won Album of the Year as of yet, but that's one of those categories. I was pissed off when Amy Winehouse didn't win Album of the Year for Back to Black, and it was some blues album, like just some random older man. I don't know.
Just because you
I've
never
never heard
heard
of.
of it, don't mean it could not have been Album of the Year.
In my opinion, Amy Winehouse's
Never heard
Black to Black deserved that album of the year. And she would have been the first art, well, not the first artist. She would have been the first female artist to win 6 Grammys in one night. But she won 5, and so that's okay. That's the only one she didn't win. So that's okay. But I'm hoping for the best for Beyonce. I'm glad that she at least got some nominations as opposed to CMA not giving her any nominations. So at least the higher ups in the music industry, in the main music industry, giving her props.
Why was anybody surprised that the CMT Awards did not nominate her for anything? Come on. Let's keep it totally funky because of who she is and how huge she is. It's like just the gravitational pull from her doing the album and basically bringing so much light to so many different people of color that do country. It was freaking amazing.
And I feel like that's literally the only reason why she did that, to bring light.
Yeah, I know she knew. She knew. And ain't no way, because with her sitting so high, ain't no way somebody ain't told her, like, child, they ain't gonna give you nothing. She like, I know.
She knew.
And also with I saw a really great TikTok video about how she was able to get 11 more than everybody, because she does dip and mingle and fluctuates from genre to genre. So in one country album, she was able to get folk music, which is not like people ain't making no folk music, but she did in that album. There's a little hip hop, a little R&B, a little jazz, all of that stuff. So she was able to say, for your consideration for this, that, this, and that. It's genius. And it also shows the artistry. She may not solely put the music together, but she certainly has her hand in what she wants to do.
She has vision.
She has the vision, exactly.
And she has an ear. And just like Rihanna. Rihanna has an ear too. I'm sure Rihanna has to approve all the songs that she does.
Absolutely.
So Rihanna has an ear. So Beyonce, they have an ear. So they know
what they want. And also the homework is being done. You know what I'm saying? With the people that she's worked with, all the way down to the African American lady that was playing the banjo. Okay. She know what she's doing, and she's using the best people to do those things. So I personally hope, I'm over here holding the lighter. Anyway, I personally hope that she has
put your lighters up. Wagwan, but you like this stuff. I didn't even like that song from Lil Kim, but it just came to my
It's a
mind.
song. But I do hope that she is very successful. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I hope she's very successful. And when you said, Jonathan, you wonder if she actually cares about it. I believe she does, and I'll tell you why.
Mm,
Because of that speech that her husband
yeah,
uh, spoke about last Grammy Awards ceremony. I believe she cares.
yeah.
And shoot, just looking in her eyes while Adele was up there giving her accolades and stuff, and she was tearful. I was like, she deserved it, and she
Yeah,
knows she deserved it.
yeah.
Um, shoot, I'm pretty sure it's the same way that Nicki Minaj cry every time. Hey, let me
But
tell you
I
something.
will say though, like Nicki does deserve a Grammy. Like even though we may not like her music now, like when she first came out, I was rooting for her to get a Grammy because I was still a fan of hers back
But she
then.
she messed it up for herself,
She
though.
did.
She messed it up for herself, and people hold grudges for life. Who
Right.
knows if that person has died and gone to glory? For all we know, they kept that in his will. Keep her away from the Grammys. She will never perform there again. She'll never, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and I do agree with you. There's certainly some awards that she could have won, but she messed it up for herself. And
Burning bridges, y'all.
whether or not she wants to admit that or not, or whether her fan base wants to admit that or not, all they got to do is look at those nominations and see that she's never on them.
But she sure
Never.
was nominated this year. That's for sure.
But every other, it certainly is the year of the woman with when it comes to the hip hops and stuff. The women's have taken over, and she could have been a part of that.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
messed it up for herself long ago. Robin says, "Oh wait, hold on." Besides, Jaleel is doing a lot of other things now. He was on that game show. Plus, he is involved in the sale of cannabis. Yes, he is. He does. He
Okay.
does have his own like Urkel strain and everything.
Wow.
But I still don't like the way he be acting sometimes. I know. Let me tell you something. If he stood in front of me right now, I think I may pass out because of how much he was a part of our growing up.
Y'all, like Jennifer's scream when Stefan Urkel stepped out of that transformation
I tell
chamber.
you,
Yes. Yes. Okay. Jennifer loved her some Stefan Urkel, honey. Okay, you couldn't tell her shit.
I'll tell y'all. I didn't remember screaming, but I remember vividly the first night because the first night that he came out as Stefan. I
Hmm.
remember it because it was the same night that Mama bought us back from Walmart. We were buying bathing suits for the summer,
Okay.
and that was the first night. I don't know why I remember that so well. Well, yeah, because
Wow.
I love Family Matters. I love
Yeah.
Steve, and
Yeah.
I love yeah. Miss Kim says I miss Amy Winehouse. Me too. I wish that she would have better to
Okay, Miss
herself.
Kim, Amy Winehouse is my girl. My girl.
Miss Kim says I think Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish are in the album of the year too. They will give it to
Uh-oh.
Billie. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Um,
surprise me.
didn't Taylor get it last time though?
I think she did. I'm pretty sure she
Taylor
did.
got it last time. Yeah, we don't need to see Taylor
And
get
I
it.
think that might have been her third or fourth album of the year win. I think it was her
Mhm,
third. Her third.
mhm.
Yeah.
But
Child.
I don't know if it how good that's gonna look on the Academy if she got another one.
But just like discrimination and with the Oscars, I don't think they care. The higher ups, they really because we've been saying this for years, like over
Yeah,
20 years. We've been talking about the lack of diversity in not only the nominations, but in the winnings.
yeah.
It's been an issue, and they have not changed at all, like at all. I believe they've added more African Americans to the Academy for the Academy Awards. However, we're still not seeing the results of that change as of yet. So, it is what it is, child.
Miss Kim
It
said
is.
they don't care. They don't.
Michael tried to tell us they don't really care about us.
You better speak on that.
They don't care about us. The man was sitting in a jail uniform for a reason, y'all, okay?
Y'all better listen to that man. He low-key prophetic, or at the very least telling all the truth. You hear me?
Okay.
You better listen to this lightly colored man. Y'all
Child.
don't understand.
Anyways, so Trick Daddy went sort of kind of viral this week. Because he does not like to be referred to as African American because he says he's never been there. I guess I get what he's saying, y'all. I really do understand what he's saying. However, your descendants are from Africa, Trick Daddy. Therefore, that is the reason why African is in the name because you are both not only African, but you are American, Chinese people who are living in the US, that were born in the US. They are yet still Chinese, although they were born here in the US. Indian people who are born here in the US, they are still Indian. Even though they weren't born in India, they are yet still their blood is Indian. So although we have no what we would think to be direct ties to Africa, our bloodline shows different. Trick Daddy. So, and while he was doing this, he was flashing a bunch of money. So I don't know if this was for clout. I don't know I don't know why he felt like he had to make this stance. But Trick Daddy, like I understand why you said what you said, but it's not truth. It's not truth. Jennifer, go ahead.
The level of eye roll that I had for this moment, Jonathan, I actually saw this one on there. I try my best to every once in a while scroll around on Instagram so I can, at least be familiar with some of these stories that be bringing up here. And when I saw that, the level of eye roll is just, I was just over it. The only reason why we understand what he's saying because it's leveled in is in ignorance. When they say African American, they're not talking about how often you have visited the continent of Africa.
The motherland, honey.
And we're gonna leave that right there because we are a smart bunch out here.
Right.
So it's no need to move even further. But you know what? It's like these are the moments where we need to start remembering who are the ignorants around us. And if you love them, tell them to shut up. Miss Kim says Trick Daddy looks like, oh Jesus. Whew, prepare yourself, Jonathan.
I'm buckling my seatbelt, girl. I'm buckling up.
Thank you. So we won't get a ticket. We're gonna click it. Miss Kim says Trick Daddy looks like a beat up leather bag. Can he ever stop making a fool of himself? No. And some of me I want to believe that he's smart enough to do this stuff on purpose, to keep his name in the blogs and stuff like that. So they can be like, oh, this, that, and the third about him, but the rest of me is like, no, Jennifer. That ain't it. So I'm just gonna leave that there. We just gonna stay over here and just be Delulu and let that be the Salulu.
Yeah. Any comments before we get to the next story?
No, sir.
So 50 Cent is on his trolling game again, and he has come for Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was videoed at some type of party, and it was like a camera phone. So the lighting was lighting, and we saw the shininess at the front of the hair compared to about midway to the back of the hair. So we know it was some painting going on near the front, and 50 Cent had some shady remarks for that. And then Busta Rhymes came back and 50 Cent in the comment, he said, "Nah, why crazy been happening and don't say nothing. I think Fat Joe, Khaled, and Tyson need to intervene here." And he put Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, and and Tyson Beckford on like those hair coloring boxes. And yeah, and so Yeah, and so then Busta Rhymes posted a picture of 50 Cent with like a Jerry curl or something like that. It looked like it had been doctored up, so I don't believe that that was the case, that was a true picture of actual Curtis Jackson, because I feel like we would have seen that picture before. But I'll just let 50 Cent do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? He's a petty cancer. And we can't do nothing about it. He's just living his best life, doing what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Taking over stars. Doing his thing. So it's like, just laugh at it, Buster, because it's really not. It's nothing. You're getting. You're an older man. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of other men who are out here doing the same practices.
And I mean plenty, even down to the
Plenty.
eyebrows.
Okay, there are plenty of men out here who are doing the exact same thing. So there is no shame in trying to preserve your sexy, Buster Rhymes. It's no
At
shame in
least
that.
at least he ain't saying some of the things that I've heard. I thought you were going. I didn't. At least he ain't saying some of the things I've been hearing that other people saying, like things about his possible sexuality.
I've heard quite a
You've
bit
heard some of
about
those
that,
things.
and
Yeah.
and to be honest, like that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, really?
In a way, it really does not surprise me at all. There was actually a YouTuber who used to be on a bunch of gay series, and he said that Busta Rhymes actually hollered at him from inside of his Escalade.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I believed it because I'm like, this dude, like he really don't be lying like that, and he don't do things for clout necessarily, and he's not the biggest YouTuber in the world, so I know that he ain't trying to do something just to do it, just to get clicks and views. So I would not be surprised if Busta, I'm not saying that he's gay per se, but it would not surprise me if he were on the spectrum. I'll just leave that there. It would not surprise me.
Jonathan, that was said beautifully on
Yeah.
the spectrum of
Yeah.
sexuality.
Because there are plenty of men out here that are on the spectrum, more than anyone would think are that are on the spectrum, men and women that are on the spectrum. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
God
Anyways,
bless him.
good news for T-Pain. T-Pain has received the key to the city of Tallahassee. Now, I want to know what took so long for Tallahassee to give this man a key to the city,
Because
because
I never know
the
nobody.
the second I heard Tallahassee love, here you go, right now. Here is your, because ain't nobody else shouting out Tallahassee like
And I
T-Pain
mean
is.
nobody.
Nobody is shouting out Tallahassee like T-Pain is. And so he received a key to the city, and he has a street named after him.
As he should.
T-Pain also has a song out with Glorilla called I Love Her.
Yes.
And I saw a snippet of the music video. I love how T-Pain is just doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to try to be something different. He don't have to try to be like these young whippersnappers that are out here nowadays. You know what I'm saying? T-Pain just do what he do. He was
And does it
also
wonderfully.
he also redid a song called "Get Low" for Mark Zuckerberg.
I love
That
how you
he
said Mark Zuckerberg, like we don't know who that man.
because I was trying to, because I wasn't sure if I
Zuckerberg.
had the first name right, so I had to go to my notes and see if I had it right here. So yes,
Gotcha.
Mark Zuckerberg, he recreated the song "Get Low" with T-Pain as a love gesture to his wife on the 21st anniversary of their first date. And so, like, I just want to say shout out to T-Pain. Go ahead, Jennifer.
First of all, I love anything, the bulk of the stuff that Glorilla does. I look at her kind of like I look at Cardi B. I love
Mm-hmm.
their personalities. I
Yes.
also with Meg Thee Stallion. I really enjoy her TikTok. I love their personalities. They're just genuinely good people, and you can just see the innocence in Glorilla. I thank God that He is protecting Gloria. Hallelujah. You know that's her name.
Yes.
I love that. I thank God that He is continuously protecting
Wait,
her.
that's her government name?
That's her government name. Glorilla.
Wow.
Okay. Gloria Hallelujah. That's her name. God bless her.
Wow.
Which is why she covered. They steeped in Jesus. Okay.
I heard that.
But I love how she's able to work with the people that she's always wanted to work with. I
Mm-hmm.
love how, you could see the realness in her. Every time I see her on an interview, she never tries to curb her accent, her Memphis accent, and all that stuff. I just love all of that. But one thing I will have to say, T Pain is a staple in our family. Okay,
Okay.
y'all can't say nothing about no T Pain around this way. You hear
You
me?
can't. No, not at all.
And one thing that bothered me was that people were basically trying to make it seem like he's some kind of capitalist or whatever for working with Mark Zuckerberg, the man paying money. We getting
You
our
gonna turn down that check, that Facebook check? I
and
think not.
it's not like he tried to put him up in no video and try to act like he an African American. Like, no, all he did was just make a song for this lady. And he got an expert that he knew gonna know how to do it.
Who knows music like they supposed to know
T to the
music?
motherfucking pain.
Okay. My
Ooh,
birthday
child.
brother, Libra brother, September 30th. Shout out.
So I just that's another person. If I ever met him in person, y'all might have to
We would both lose our minds if we saw T-Pain. We would, both of us. And
Jonathan.
I'm really not that type unless I saw like the Spice Girls or something like that. Like all five, I need all five of them lined up right in front of me. Like I would go. There are not many people out here that I would go crazy over, like Janet Jackson, T-Pain, like maybe even Ludacris, because back in my middle school days, I used to think Ludacris was the finest man that walked the street.
And you bumped him for a very long time. Yes.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. I was stuck with it until
One of
he
the
cut his
only hip-hop
hair.
albums.
Because after he cut his hair, then I was like,
I
okay,
don't know who this man is.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, we love T-Pain.
We love everything from rapper turned singer all the way, to his latest stuff. Even with his covers, this man saying, "I keep ooh." My favorite song, y'all might not know it. It's called "Sounds Bad." It's at the end of Epiphany. That's my favorite song
Yes,
from him.
yes,
It's not because it doesn't have any auto tune, but you can tell it's just even if it's not real, it just sounds like a band just playing it. He's just singing over it, and it's sounding like a horrible bad day, but we just making it. And
right.
I've had a whole lot of those days in my life, and it's like, shoot, I know it all sounds bad, but this is just gonna be the best day of my life, and I love that. I love how he's transparent with his struggles and all that stuff, and I love how he's still married to his lovely wife, which is the
Absolutely.
bartender. The bartender. She was
Oh, she's the
making
actual bartender he was singing about.
mhm.
Oh wow, that is so sweet. That
Ain't
is
it
so
though? And she
sweet.
has her own I think she has her own book of cocktails as well. On his podcast, she would make specific cocktails for whoever comes on. It's
Wow.
awesome. Robin says, I have decided that the Lee McCollum clan needs to go on that new game show hosted by Jay Farrow. I think that you would win because of the depth of knowledge you have of pop culture. I believe you have a point. I wouldn't shy too much away from something like that because we hold on to a lot of information. Now, if it gets more to the current stuff, we might be able to ride a little bit.
A little
A
bit. Like,
little
ask
bit.
us more about 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah, when we
mid
grew up.
2000s, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah, all that.
And you see that's how locked in we were. We didn't even have a whole lot of social media back then, but we would show there.
Yes, we were.
And
Absolutely.
we watched all the music videos.
All of them. Creep
All
used
of
to be
them.
my favorite music video of all time. And when YouTube came out and
Come
I
on.
knew that I could just watch it anytime that
Come
I
on.
wanted to, I was about to use the B word. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Robin says,
Bills. Like that's my favorite Destiny's Child video, mainly because of the outfits. Those are my favorite
those are some
outfits
nice outfits.
that they ever wore. Those
Now you
pink
got me thinking,
outfits. I love Latavia's skirt. I love
mhm.
their zebra outfits.
Come on, Mama knows.
The
Okay.
blue outfits at the end of the video, child.
Ta-na-na-na.
Kelly with that dress on, like, honey. Anyways, Jennifer, go ahead with the comments, honey.
Robin says, since when is capitalism bad? Yeah, I know. I know. People like to use words that they don't totally understand to try to bring people down.
Right.
But yeah.
And our last little bit of news before we get on out of here, Candace Dillard Bassett, formerly of the Real Housewives of Potomac, and her husband Chris welcomed their new baby boy, Jet Maxwell Lee Bassett. The baby look, we don't see the baby's face or anything like that, but we see the baby has a full head of hair. Candace looks good. Like Candace looks good in these pictures. She looks like she's not stressed. She looks like she's happy. Again, pictures, can only show you what they want us to see, but she looks like she's in a good place. And she looks like she doesn't have Giselle Bryant on her back, accusing her husband of making her feel uncomfortable. So just Candace looks good. And I'm so happy for her. And I'm so happy that she made the decision to step away from Housewives of Potomac.
I agree.
When she got pregnant, because I would not want her to deal with her first pregnancy on this reality TV show. So shout out to Candace, girl.
I think, and to be real, she's not exactly my favorite, but no. I'm happy that she took the time to keep her mental health, her physical health in check while she did what she had to do to gestate this baby, bring this baby together as one.
Okay. Ciao. Anyways, that's all we got for this episode, y'all. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_Speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $JonathanLee07. That's $Jonathanthan07. Once again, please, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Jennifer, go ahead and give us your social media contacts real quick.
Sure. The Light of the Leo, that's me. I am on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube at The Light of the Leo. I go live on YouTube at The Light of the Leo every Monday at 9, and I've been going live more often on the TikToks. So please join me so we can have some fun. Today I was working as I was listening to some loud gospel music. So it was really fun. So y'all join me whenever you can, and make sure to join us for Faithful Warrior Ministries this Saturday. We will be, and every Saturday, of course, at 10-ish a.m. We will, we come together, we fellowship, and we pray, and just continue to insert God into our process. And we invite you to join us for that as well. Is there anything? There's a new thing, Jonathan. They're saying that people are leaving Twitter. Did you see what I follow? People are leaving Twitter for that other thing. I think I'm going to do the same thing.
I've heard that that quite a few people are leaving Twitter. I saw that Jamie Lee Curtis left Twitter and Don Lemon left Twitter as well. They said that they thought it would be an open forum for discussions and interactions with others concerning hot topics and things of that nature. But what is the alternative that they're getting on?
Oh gosh, I think it's something Bright Sky or something like that.
Okay.
Recently, what's that young man? His name is Kevin and Mikhail. Kevin.
Oh, okay.
He made a post on Instagram showing there it is. Thank you. It's called Blue Sky.
Okay.
Blue Sky. And I am going with it too because yeah.
Okay.
Robin says she's going to Threads. The reason I'm not going to Threads is because that's the one that's connected to Instagram.
Instagram, Facebook, right? Yeah. Threads is just another Instagram. I don't know what the point is of Threads, but okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving Threads alone, or not investing. Miss Kim says I like Threads. That's awesome. But when I saw that, also on TikTok, people that really like to use Twitter talking about, I'm going to Blue Sky, and it looks exactly like Twitter. Okay. So it's not a whole stretch. And I've had that Twitter account that I haven't used all that much for a very long time, and I'm just going to take it off of my phone, and I'm going to get into the Blue Sky and be active on that, unlike how non-active I was on the Twitter /X or whatever. So to blue sky I go.
All righty, y'all. Well, y'all make your own decisions. Whatever y'all want to do it. Do what makes y'all happy, y'all. We love you for watching. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you guys check out my other videos. I put up my Housewives of Potomac review yesterday, so go ahead and check that out. Thank you guys so much once again for subscribing and for loving on us. We appreciate y'all. There will be no JoJo Speaks without you, the viewers. So thank you guys so much for being here. Join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. But until then, we'll say bye for now, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night and a great, amazing weekend. Love y'all.
Bye. Love you guys.